Testing, 1, 2, testing, testing.
What are you working on?
Oh, hi, Eric. I'm testing different voice personas for our next Google Actions app.
Great, well, carry on.
Okay. Test voice number 12.
Hello and welcome to our app.
Oh, that sounds like a little shrill.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Let's try another one. Test voice number 13.
Hello and welcome to our app.
Whoa, scary! Folks, you can build a great app for voice devices, but you also need to give your app the right voice. Here's why.
Eric, at the last SMX Advanced Conference, you did a joint presentation about voice personas for actions and skills with Dwayne Forrester of Yext. Now let's start by defining what actions and skills are.
Sure, those are the names given by Google and Amazon to their app building platforms for Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa. So Google Actions and Amazon Skills enable you to build apps that interact with users via voice rather than text.
And do you see building skills and actions as a viable marketing opportunity?
Yes, very much so. Every indication is that people are getting more and more comfortable interacting with voice devices.
Now, your own study confirms that, and we'll have a link to that in the blog post for this episode.
Great. Well, at the same time, the voice app and voice search fields are still very young, and we need to be realistic about that. There are no clear leaders yet, so whoever gets in early and learns how to make it work could actually have a real advantage.
So is it hard to build a skill or an action?
Well, the interfaces for each are relatively easy, but the hard work comes in with designing, recording, and optimizing all the different commands or inquiries your app will recognize, the many ways that people might ask those, and your responses and actions. It's certainly doable. In fact, we've already built a few ourselves. We'll provide a link to them so folks can try them out.
So let's get to the meat of what we wanted to discuss today. Is the voice interaction really all that different from the text interaction world?
Well, it is in a number of important ways. For one thing, the voice is inherently social. Harvard research suggests that human language evolved not so much for information exchange as for social exchange. We know, for example, that babies can recognize their mother's voice while still in the womb. So we are born experts at discerning the social aspects of speech. It goes deeper than that, though. Research shows that vocal speech plays a significant role in social identification. It's one of the cues we use to decide if we like someone or feel comfortable increasing our social interactions with them. The pitch, range, and speed of a voice sends subtle cues as to the personality and intentions of the speaker, as you see in the matrix we're showing right now.
So is this where the idea of voice personas comes in?
Yes. The dictionary says a persona is the aspect of someone's character that is presented or perceived by others.
And we use personas frequently in marketing to do things like determine our target audiences.
Right, and I won't go into all the elements that go into establishing a correct persona for your brand, but relevant to our discussion here is thinking about a literal voice for your brand and its voice interactions.
But isn't it enough just to hire a good voice actor to record those interactions?
Is it enough to write your brand blog post in any old style?
Point well taken. Of course not. I want to create content that will resonate with my target audience.
Well, and it's the same with voice. You need to think about what voice qualities will best connect with the audience you want to reach and how you want your brand presented. So let me give you an example which you'll recognize immediately.
Oh, it's Flo from Progressive Insurance.
Yes, and why do you think Progressive chose the persona Flo to represent their brand?
Well, I'd guess that they want to reach regular folks, and they portray their company as accessible, understandable, down to earth, and enthusiastic to help.
So you see the power of a persona, and while the character Flo is certainly a visual persona, there's no denying her voice is a very important aspect of it as well.
Well, I get it. If we're in digital marketing and search marketing in particular, we're going to be interacting with customers and prospects more and more by voice.
And that means choosing the voice we use to represent our brand is a critical part of voice interaction marketing.
Thanks, Eric. Now, there's a lot to chew on there, to be sure. Folks, Eric only skimmed the surface here of all the interesting and important information he and Dwayne shared at SMX Advanced. Thankfully, you can get their entire presentation deck. Just click the link below to the blog post version of this episode to get a link to it. But before you do that, hit that subscribe button when it comes up, because we want to see you again for more Here's Why. Oh, hi, Eric. Great. I'm glad you're here. You're just in time for our next test of the voice persona for our new app.
Okay, but I have to be honest, my expectations for success aren't very high.
Well, then prepare to have your expectations hired. I think you're really going to like this one.
Well then, let's hear it. Hello, and welcome to our app. Perfect!